Well, it's the first week of May, back in Algonquin. Just set out from a new lake access point a little while ago. Looking to do a 3-day loop through Pink Island Lake, big trout, and Macintosh. It's been a loop I've been trying to do for a while now. Didn't work out because of portage kayak yoke issues on my first trip, but looking forward to trying to tackle it this time around. So let's see how it is. Also, I just started the trip and I'm very tired already. Absolutely the calmest I've ever seen that portage with only one other person. Now there's loons right in front of me. The first moose I've ever seen inside the park. I've seen one outside the park, but I guess I haven't been in the park that long, but yeah, wow. So cool. I hope that worked out. Yeah, we're skipping that portage. All right. That's a fun obstacle. yeah, I'm glad I'm not trying to single carry this. I'm not saying I overpacked. It's just you start with lightweight gear and then you add heavy camera gear. It kind of makes it harder. Alright, let's go see what the campsite's all about. Let's see what's good for the night. Let's borrow a phrase from my 2-year-old niece. Don't like it, but hey, free tent peg. Look for another one. Okay, that site was a bust. There's another couple campsites just across this little tiny bay. 500 meters. Yeah, like 500 meters. So pretty close. It's getting pretty close to the next portage, which is going to be tomorrow's first portage. So I'm pretty happy with the distance I've made. I'm going to check these 2 sites out, and hopefully one of them is good. If not, we'll see. There's another one back here too I can check out. So, yeah. So far the weather's holding up actually quite nice. It's a touch of a breeze, but every once in a while it's actually quite warm. So it's nice. Looking forward to getting to camp though. It's been a long day. Alright, so the campsite. Pretty decent, kind of small, but that's fine. It's more important that it's flat. Nice little fire pit. Close to the water. That's kind of what I wanted. I don't want campsite is too far hidden back, but yeah. Let's explore a little bit and then I'll set up camp. First try. Alright, here we go, day 2. It's actually a pretty nice campsite back there. Didn't sleep super well. There was a couple of beavers rustling in the leaves and chopping down trees all night. I only stopped when I got up at 3 in the morning to take down the camera doing the night lapse. And then got right back at it, so bit of a restless sleep. This morning it was a bit cloudy. It was windy, but the wind has died right down. It was raining a little bit, so I'm a little bit overdressed, but that's okay. It's only 1 kilometer to my next portage here, so I'll probably layer down up there. So yeah, day 2. Sorry, guys. That's the first portage of the day. So I'm on Little Otter Slide Lake right now. Wow, it's barely a breeze. The rain is gone. It's warming up. Looks like it's gonna be a really nice paddling day. All right, portage 3 of 6. Yeah, today's a portage heavy day. Luckily, most of them are short, except for that's 790 at the start. There's going to be a 710 coming up in a bit. So I'll just take my time. I'll get there when I get there. Oh, hey, little frog. How are you? I almost stepped on you. I really enjoy paddling through a calm little creek like this. It's really, really nice and relaxing, and some fun little turns to navigate. there's these schools of fish back there. They're pretty big, like, I don't know, about yay big. Tens of them in the school, multiple tens. They're distracting me, so I managed to bump a couple of rocks while I was trying to look at the fish while navigating all the rocks there. Beaver Dam. I'm gonna try to hit open this weir. Not too bad. Didn't quite make that corner. Second last portage of the day, just over 700 meters, and then a quick hop and a skip, and then I'll be at my last portage, which is only 100, so it'll be nice. And then I should be on my lake for the night. Yeah, that's a bit of an obstacle. I wouldn't have been able to skip this one. All right. Well, that's handy. All right, so that rest stop was kind of nice. I dropped the kayak off there. I head back, grab the rest of my stuff, and leapfrog it. sponge is the most important thing to bring. Get rid of all the water before you turn it over on your head. It's a lot of downhill. These must be quite the waterfall. Boy, that sun really came out. Some floppy head it is. It's a really quick paddle. I'm literally just going across the stream. There's supposed to be a spring up here. It's natural spring water, so I'm just going to go check that out. I'm going to fill up my bladder. Filtration bladder. Alright, that was it. Alright, here we go. Last portage of the day done. Off to big trout. Or otter. Alright, let's see what the site's all about. Alright, so that's a great site. I'm going to stop here for the night. Well, that was a long but rewarding day. I traveled from Burnt Island Lake to Big Trout Lake. It was quite the journey with those 6 portages, but I managed to make it through. I saw otters on Otter Slide, which I think has got to count for something. Managed to find this amazing site on Big Trout. It's an island site, but very nicely laid out, very well prepared, as you can see. Fortunate previous campers have left a lot of pre-cut firewood, so it's very nice. So I'll make sure to leave a bunch when I finish up tomorrow. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to relaxing a little bit tonight. I'm really happy with what I've managed to get done today. So yeah. on big trout. Gotta paddle up through big trout, see white trout, and to the McIntosh marshes, which will be interesting. So a few hours of paddling, and then 2 back-to-back portages into McIntosh Lake. So it should be a bit of a different day than yesterday. Picked up a little bit. It's not super windy, but it's kicking up a few waves. To be honest, I almost wish I had the skirt on, but I have packed up. So far, water's not coming into the cockpit, so that's good. Already had one wave come up and go up my sleeve. It was just a really morning surprise. But it's not super bad. It's just a little bit of spray. Some kayaks are good. Nice and stable. That was really cool. There was a couple of vultures on my campsite. Fortunately, it was a bit windy, so I think I got a very stable video, but wow, that was really cool. If they had a permit. Oh, that's muddy. That is nice and muddy. All right. Alright, that's it. Just under 4 hours, 17.6 kilometers at the first portage of the day. 700 meters into McIntosh Creek again. So I'm just going to hold up here and have a break, have some lunch. It's just after 1, so yeah. Alright, back on McIntosh Creek. So it's just a quick 500 meters or so. And the next 500 meter portage. Tell you what though, I think I understand why people take rest days on big trout. You know, first of all, it was a beautiful lake, amazing campsite. Yeah, I'm feeling that 790 more than I felt the longest yesterday. But oh well. One more, and then I'm in McIntosh Lake, and it's finding a campsite for the night. So pretty close to being done. Which way do I go? Choose right. Right. Oh, look at that. Alright, that's home for tonight. So my campsite, I haven't even really unpacked yet. I've already come across a National Geographic episode here because there is a eagle's nest there. You can see him landing maybe. And right there is a heron nest. And just a little while ago, the eagle paid a visit to the herons, and they weren't too happy about that. But wow, yeah. So I'm gonna have to unpack and see what kind of video I can get. This is pretty awesome.
Alright, well, camp's all set up. It's not the best campsite in the world, but it's doable. It's got a nice little area where I set up my tent on the point here. The wind's supposed to die down overnight and be clear, so I'll try to set up the time lapse again. Today was quite the journey. I don't have the stats in front of me right now, but it was a lot to do the day after doing the outer slides, so kind of looking forward to just relaxing here and taking it easy. Probably not going to bother with a fire tonight, just going to kind of lie down and just relax a little bit until sunset, when I'll try to set up the cameras again for night lapse, and then we'll kind of see what happens in the middle of the night if I wake up and have the energy to do anything else. Alright, we'll see you tomorrow. Alright, here we are, day 4. So it was a clear night last night. I managed to get up just after 2. Spent half an hour taking photos of the Milky Way. So hopefully those turned out. You'll know by now. I have to wait till I get home to a computer to see. But yeah, it was good. It's nice, quiet, no wind. Got up this morning just in time for sunrise, so got some more photos and videos of that. The herons are occasionally squabbling, so through the night you hear them. It's kind of funny, but yeah, so just gonna grab some food and then pack up, and then I'll be on my way. So today's the long portage, so I'm kind of glad I'm gonna get that out of the way in the morning, and then after that it's a relatively easy 13-kilometer paddle with a very easy portage onto Canoe Lake at the end, and then that's it.
right, so this yoke design, it's by, the idea came from Kayak Camper on YouTube. It's honestly, it's simple and it works really well. I've tried a couple of other solutions, including a commercial made solution, and honestly, this is the best. So thanks, Kayak Camper.
All right, so here we go. Just shy of 2.4 kilometers. I am probably just gonna end up leapfrogging this one with a lot of leapfrogs, to be perfectly honest, just to give different muscle groups a bit of a break as I go. And after this, it's just easy paddling. So there's a canoe cart in the bushes there. So somebody clearly tried to take a canoe cart into the backcountry and broke on them.
All right, dropped my bags off at the halfway point, so now to bring the kayak up there.
Whoa, snake. Little snake there. Hey, little snake. All right, a little past halfway. I'm gonna press on with the kayak and come back for my pack in a bit.
I'm about 2/3 of the way. I've already brought the backpack to the end, so I just gotta grab the kayak now, and that'll be it. All right, it's on Thompson Lake.
So the GoPro battery died literally just after I set the kayak down on that portage. There's a couple of these. And as I was saying, there's a couple of loons just hanging out around here. So the battery just died right at the end of the portage. So that was a slog. It's the longest portage I've ever done. I wasn't sure how it would go, but you know, it was definitely challenging, but I did it. 2 hours, 21 minutes or something like that. So I'm just gonna go for a quick little paddle onto Tom Thompson here and find a spot to just shore up for lunch. Alright, last portage of the trip. So I'm just halfway across Canoe Lake right now. To be honest with you, it's been a long day of travel. Looking forward to being done paddling for the day, but on the flip side, I'm sad to be leaving the park. It's been an amazing trip. Absolutely amazing.